next guest was the youngest actor ever to be nominated for an Emmy. He got 2 Emmy nominations for his work on The Wonder Years. Now he stars in NBC's Working. Let's take a look at his work in Working. Look at this.
Oh, yes, we have a project in the works which will require a short business trip for 2 of you.
Oh, wow. Where's it to?
Well, we need to do a study on the likes and dislikes of average people, so we need to come up with the dullest, most average, most middle-of-the-road place we can think of.
Where are you from, Matt?
Not your average town, that's for sure. The Olive Bridge is like the complete opposite of your average town.
Oh?
Oh, yeah. We have a town square, a bell tower, a 50-year-old courthouse. You know, they even shot a movie there once. Ordinary People. And the fireworks display that the vacuum company puts on every Founder's Day would blow your mind. Oh, boom, boom, boom.
Please welcome Fred Savage. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
It's been a while.
It has been.
Yes, I kind of know you as Freddie.
I know you as Howie.
So you've known me for years.
Years.
Yeah, I met you when you were just a little kid.
I know. North Carolina. We
Yeah.
did a movie together.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in 1 second. Before I say that, before I talk about that, what I want to say is on the Emmys. On the Emmys, they did a great retrospective, because this was the 50 years of the Emmys. They did a retrospective on the Wonder Years, and which I thought was a great honor.
Yeah,
and incredibly,
it was. Oh, thanks.
Incredibly touching.
No,
Was that neat for you to see it up there?
It was wonderful to see it, just because, I mean, to know that people kind of remember the show and look back on it fondly, and to be included in this pantheon of great shows.
It still plays.
On Nickelodeon.
I watch it.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
But just to be included with those shows is just, you know, it's a real honor, and it's wonderful to know that something you put so much effort into and that you really cared about really still kind of lingers in people's minds.
Was that exciting for you? How old were you when you got nominated?
Oh, like 13 and 14, I think, or 14 to 15.
Right, so just being this kid, that's the youngest, was that great? Do you remember those times? Oh, there you are.
It was great, it was great. It was a wonderful time.
Just sitting there, were you nervous, or did you?
Well, I was just happy to be there. I had my mom and my grandparents came with me and stuff, and it was a lot of fun.
Now that's the time.
And now I'm at home watching it in my underwear with like a box of Haagen-Dazs. That's like what I do now. It's a long way, you know.
Wow.
Those years.
See, people have this image of a wild young star in Hollywood. That's your wild young life. You just
Well, I mean, my underwear. You know?
Right. So then.
So I'm nuts.
Are they Fruit of the Loom?
You know, they aren't. They aren't. Yeah. I'm more boxers. I'm more of a boxers.
You are.
Boxers kind of man.
Now, we were talking earlier that we know each other for a long time. I met you when you were like 12 years old, when you were on the Wonder Years. We did a movie.
It just started.
Right. We did your whole family. We did a movie together, you and I, and it was called Little Monsters.
Little Monsters?
You remember?
I remember lots of it. You guys saw it?
They're just applauding. I was totally unrecognizable in the movie. I played the monster living under Fred's bed.
My bed.
Yes.
And he would come and get me, and we would go into the bed and...
Yeah. Well, I got a clip from it.
Oh,
you remember doing the movie?
Yeah,
watch this. Watch me and Fred working together. This is me under the bed. Watch this.
Oh, sorry, bud.
Wait a second. This is somebody else's house.
No. Duh. Where'd you park the squad car, Dick Tracy? Chill out, babe, okay? I mean, you're quick, that's good instinct, but it's a little primitive.
I remember I used to spend all my energy trying not to laugh at you, because you were so funny.
Yeah, I was so funny. I thought I was going to die. It was like we were in Wilmington, North Carolina, which is a beautiful place.
Beautiful place.
It was August.
And we were working in a factory that was condemned.
Right.
This factory had been condemned, and then it wasn't like it was condemned and then refurbished. It was condemned and abandoned.
That's why it was cheap for us to work there.
Yeah, and then so our production company scooped it up, you know?
They got a deal.
It was I think it was condemned because I think it was toxic.
I think it was.
Because, do you remember that the crew would have surgical masks on?
Yeah, but not us.
Not us. And, oh, it's fine, it's fine. And we
it's fine.
And it was like a hospital room with all the crew behind the camera.
You would say, don't you think this is dangerous? No, it's absolutely fine.
It's unbelievable.
Don't worry about anything. And I was wrapped in latex. It was 150 degrees, and I had 5 hours of makeup and wrapped in latex. It was
but
like,
you helped me a lot. I remember you used to help me a lot. Howie was wonderful to work with.
I am wonderful to work with.
You are. He was wonderful. You were wonderful.
I was excited to be working with him because I had seen you in the Princess Bride. That was one of my favorite movies at that time, and I saw you in that, so I was excited to be working with you. We had a good experience there.
We had a great time.
Now you're working on Working. Is that a fun experience for you?
It's a great time. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to be involved in the show because, like you had said, I'd done a lot of stuff when I was younger. So it's wonderful to be involved in something when you're older and you feel a lot more invested in it. You know, instead of coming to work and doing someone else's show, just having a part in it, I really feel like it's my show, and
it is your show.
I feel really invested in it.
Now you left for after Wonder Years. You left and you went to get yourself an education. You attended Stanford. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I went to Stanford. Had a great time there.
Had a great time.
Yeah, thank you.
And did you?
Great clapping. You guys are. I love clapping. Yeah, it's very nice.
Clap anything. Did you finish? Did you
No.
actually? No.
Hey!
How could you not finish? How short are you?
I'm 1/4 short, 17 units short, so I'm gonna.
You know, you don't finish college. I'm serious. If you don't finish college, you're not gonna be able to get like a good paying job.
I know. This is what no, because I had to take time off last year to work on the show, and so I'm a little short. But I have to. You know, my mom it's very important to her and me to finish
get
up.
an
So
education.
I'll definitely do that this year.
Now, Stanford is, besides it being a famous and prestigious university or college, it has a famous and another pupil, Chelsea.
Yes, Chelsea.
Chelsea is there. Do you know Chelsea?
I do. She is. I do know Chelsea.
You friends?
And yeah. I mean, I know her. We know each other. We say hi to each other. You know, hey Fred, hey Chelsea. You know, going to class. And
when you say hey Chelsea, that was your part, and then she says hey Fred, just so I clear it up.
Well, she had said hey Fred before.
Right.
And then I responded.
And are you in touch with her at all?
No, not now. But she's a great girl, really sweet girl.
Right.
I mean, it must have been really hard for her coming to school because it was. I remember when she came, it was unbelievable.
Right.
News cameras all over. It was incredible.
Really?
And,
did you actually interact with her? Did you have any dealings with her?
I met her the year before when she was kind of touring, looking around at what schools to go to.
Right.
And I saw her at a soccer game, and I was kind of embarrassed to go up and say anything to her, but I was unlocking my bike like outside of the stadium, and she walked up and she just started talking to me.
Wow.
And we started talking, and she was so nice. She was asking what it was like going to Stanford, and did people, I guess she recognized me, which is kind of cool too. And I asked her, you know, so what do you think about, what kind of schools do you think about going to? She's like, well, you know, my mom wants me to go stay close to home, but my dad, I think, you know, would like me to come here.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's great, yeah, that's great. And then
You
I
think it's
thought
because
who
Dad
the
wanted
parents
everybody
were.
out of the house?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sorry about that. I couldn't pass it up.
Possibly.
All right.
But she ended up coming, so she's great.
So that's great. So you got an education, you got a hit show, you got everything, and it's good to be working with you again. It really is.
It's wonderful to be here with you.
Yeah.
Am I done?
You don't have to leave.
I don't know. That was the rap.
You're not done. I think you're done on this side. We have to turn you over.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Okay.
Stick around, but Fred Savage, and it's Working Tuesdays on NBC, and we're coming back with D.L. Hughley, but you're going to stick around too. You're not done.